Okay, here we are back on the bench with the Kral Puncher Mega Marine. Told you I had some sharp edges at that fill port and the fill port and the fill probes, and how important deburring is. Let's have a look. Okay, here's the end cap. Should be an O-ring here and an O-ring there. When I got this gun, I took this off and I guess I put it on a little crooked. I sheared this first O-ring, got it back on there. That's kind of my fault. Of course, you're supposed to just rotate this, but I'm just like curious, so I had to take this off. And you're never gonna learn anything about anything unless you start tinkering and taking things apart. Don't assume that all the parts are correct and tightened down fasteningly. There's a hole in the end of this, and when this was machined through, they left a burr on the inside of there. Let's see if I can get a close-up of that. So here it is off this end cap. On the inside of it, that hole was drilled. This might have ended up in your gun. See that little flake of metal? That on the inside of your gun would probably not end up well. Also, the fill probes. This is why deburring is just as important as the machining process. This probably won't be able to see, but there's a burr inside there. The hole was drilled this way and then down, and they left a burr in there. So that burr could potentially break off and go inside your gun. Okay, zoomed right in here. The chip at the top is the chip I pulled out of the end cap. And these other ones right here, these three ones, that one's pretty big, are chips that I pulled out of the fill probe. And this is why deburring is just as important as the machining process. So check your guns, check everything when you get it brand new. Okay, to get those burrs out, I just ran a drill bit in there by hand, knocking it back and forth, the proper size for that hole. This is a little pin vise I have for small drill bits so you can get a better hold on it. Knock that burr out, and that's how I got that out. So after searching, I finally found an O-ring kit. Got this all back in working order. Some silicone spray on the O-rings. I have a spare O-rings for my fittings that I keep on changing back and forth on my my hand pump, so this O-ring here was getting mashed. So I got spare O-rings for all the fill ports, which you should have anyway, because you don't want to be caught with a leak and you can't fill your gun over a $10 set of O-rings. So we'll get this sucker aired up, see how we do. So we're all filled up. I had to change the O-rings on this fill probe, because it was leaking. I have some spares. These are the ones that come with it. I have maybe 2 more, but you have to have more. We're all aired up now. See what we can do. And just when we get her outside to test her out, it starts raining, boys. We're gonna shoot on 25 yards. Okay, 25 yards, 25.39. Kral Mega. See what we can do. Not bad, not bad for 25 yards. Okay, let's see what we can do with accuracy on this one. 25 caliber pellets at 25 yards at 500 feet per second. Got some Benjamin Domes on there. It's the biggest pellet I got. Let's see what we can do. Knocked a couple off by hitting the wood. Maybe that last one got taken off. Take two for two more. That's a small target. Not bad. So, we gotta get her back inside, boys. It's starting to rain. Anybody knows something to put on this stock to keep it nice and waterproof? Put her down in the comments. I plan on shooting this thing all winter long.